My name is Cathrine Raben Davidsen. I'm a Danish artist. I work across many different mediums, but my primary focus is painting and drawing. The exhibition at Copenhagen Contemporary, Let Everything Happen to You, will show around 40 paintings and 100 drawings. The curators have actually very much tuned in to a very dark side in my career, and I think people will be quite surprised at seeing my earlier works, and I'm really happy about the curation of this show because I want to show this side of me. I think it's time. So I wasn't a very artistic child at all. I mean, even though at my childhood home we had lots of books and we had the fashion magazines and we had beautiful paintings. I mean, my dad did collect paintings already at an early age. So I think it's always been, you know, a very creative home. It was a playful home, but it was also really eccentric. I mean, I'm born in 1972, so it was really 70s stuff, and they were experimenting a lot with each other, all their friends, and you know, it was a very bohemian environment, but at the same time very liberating. But I think one of the reasons I became an artist was actually I lost my father at a very young age. He was 36 when he died, and I was 13 years old. So I think it was like a critical time, I mean, for everyone to lose a parent, but when you're 13 years old, you're pretty much aware of what it means to lose, in a sense. I began making art as a way to connect with him, because when he died, I really lost my language and I lost my voice, and I lost a way to speak about the grief. Quite a lot of the paintings and drawings in this exhibition date back to the mid-90s, when I was working with family portraits, and it is really, you know, pinpointing feelings of loss, trauma, puberty as well, relationships, family, all very personal works. And I'm really proud to have them in this exhibition. I mean, they are crucial for the show in a sense, because they also are kind of a testament both to the viewer but also to myself about where I come from and where my art making comes from. Another reason why I became an artist are my mentors and my teachers, Rose and Claire. They are a South African couple who I met when I studied in Italy. And they really took me under their wings in a sense, and they have taught me everything I know about art. Not only the history of art, but the history of humanity, and your work can sort of be a reflection of the world we're living in, and that's something that I think about a lot when I create my art. I mean, what started out as being a very personal project, dealing with loss and dealing with sadness or feeling connected or not connected, is today a much more universal theme. I mean, it's something that we can all relate to. And I think it's very important for me to pinpoint that my personal story is very, very far away. It's not my goal to talk about myself. It's much more to do about humanity and how we deal with each other and how we treat each other and what a relationship is and what it means to be a human. If I can make an impact in that sense and use my own story to convey my feelings, that is a very important job that I have to do. For the past couple of years, the figure has been completely left out in my paintings, and I've instead dealt with the landscape. They all stem from this phrase, very old phrase called "as above, so below." All my landscapes are called "as above, so below." And it's about wanting to convey that we're all connected, the smaller to the larger, the stars and the earth, and you know, it was very much about being interconnected and interrelated with animals, with nature, with plants, and giving a voice to nature in a sense. And then the new landscapes that I've just completed for the exhibition is of course another kind of landscape. I mean, it's a bombed landscape, it's a human-made landscape, talking about what we're doing to the landscape and to the cityscapes at the moment, I mean, in the current crisis that we're in. And at the same time, they do serve as a kind of metaphor for destruction and also a testament of our time right now. So in that sense, you know, it's not the war that I'm interested in. I'm interested in what it leaves behind. I do realize it's not a new theme. I mean, people have dealt with the bombed landscapes forever. All great artists have dealt with it. It's not something new, but it's something that I still want to delve into, expanding the landscape. The exhibition title, Let Everything Happen to You, is from a line in a poem by Rilke, the Austrian poet. It's from 1905, and the original poem is called Go to the Limits of Your Longing. I just love that poem. It's about, in a way, I think, accepting whatever happens to us in life. I mean, it's a bit of a paradox, because should you accept everything that happens to you? No, of course not. But at the same time, you know, we can't do anything else. The title is not meant to be a philosophical guidance, but I think we can all ask ourselves, how do we live with things that happen to us, even the hard ones, and how do we move on from that? How do we cope? As artists, I think our visual language is different, and it has an important role to play in responding to or helping us reflect on the world and the times we're living in. When we struggle, you know, to grasp the words to express the reality, the visual impact of art can really heal. It can perhaps offer another perspective.